Hey everyone, this is Jodine here with Hoodie Priestess Ro, and this is my own reading. This is my own reading, and yet it's got such a universal theme to it that I wanted to film it. And if you see it, I guess that means I've decided to post it. This comes up for me in a time of gift giving, so you can see there is expressed an idea of gift giving. That's how I'm interpreting this Ace of Pentacles. Who do I want to give a gift to? Aries. But then underneath Aries is Sagittarius too. And what is the message of Sagittarius? Well, sometimes it might be, oh, you need to, back off and give this person space. Moderation. Here's the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands wants to give a gift. Here's the Four of Cups. Here, let me show you the Queen of Wands too. Technically, I'm the Queen of Wands because she's the fire queen and I'm a fire sign. So I interpret that as being me. It's a queen, not a page. It's a, more mature person. She wants to give a gift, but look at the person she wants to give a gift to could care less. They're not looking. They aren't looking at her gift. They've got their mind on other things. So then the cards, so those are the cards that I drew as the host of the reading. They're like the ones who set the agenda. It's like, yes, we're the cards that are coming to you with an agenda. Okay, so then I say, okay, what's the agenda? And I get the Empress. And for myself now, I'm going to interpret Empress as being mother energy. That's how this read looks to me. And then after the Empress, I get Five of Pentacles. And there's lots of interpretations to this too. But I'm going to interpret Five of Pentacles right now as feeling like maybe like an outsider or out in the cold is how it's usually called. Like feeling like an outsider. Lots of ways to interpret Five of Pentacles. Could be about health, it could be about money, but I don't really feel like that's the case right here. And then the third card I got was the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is walking away, as you can see. Sometimes that means walking away and then looking inside of ourselves, searching inside of ourselves for what it is we really want. Because in that Eight of Cups, the person is walking away from Eight Cups. Okay, for one reason or another, the Eight Cups is not serving the purpose and they're getting away from it. Not good enough, or I want more, or something like that, or I thought this was going to be good, but then after I started doing it, I realized it's not quite what I want, and so I'm leaving. Gonna go look around, do some soul searching. What is it that I want? Try again. So for clarifiers on the Empress card, I got 3 clarifiers. I have the Devil and oh gosh, I don't know if I can hold these all. The Devil, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Is this mother as being toxic, aggressive, confrontational person? Somebody who's stern? Somebody who maybe tells you the truth that you don't want to hear? Is this the way I'm thinking about my mother, or is that the way somebody is thinking about me? I'll just let that question sit right now. And the Five of Pentacles, which I was going to interpret as being out in the cold, came with 3 clarifiers. The Hierophant, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Now I want to point out that the Hierophant and the Devil are both cards of commitments. They're cards of our long-term commitments. And the Devil might represent our commitments that are like toxic, like our addictions or our commitments that aren't healthy for us. And they're long entrenched. It's not just something that pops up out of the blue. These are attachments, okay? These are attachments that have been with us for a long time. The Hierophant is the Pope, but the Hierophant also can be a card about commitments. What are we committed to? And so so I do have, what I'm seeing is 2 cards on the table of commitments, maybe not necessarily good attachment. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, am I looking at how my children see me, or am I looking at my own mother wound? Because I see mother wound here. And I think we all carry mother wound. Oh, and I think as parents we carry wounds too, because we always, I don't know any parents really who don't question the way they've raised their children. Raising children is a hard thing to do. And here, when I look at the Empress, I see the Devil, I see the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Is that could represent somebody who was stern and told you truths in a way that you didn't, like they weren't gentle enough, and they hurt your feelings. Or it could be somebody who left you in the care of somebody who was really toxic and abusive, and they didn't take out their sword and put an end to it. They didn't take out their sword and say, I'm not leaving you in that care. They didn't protect you. And I think there's a whole lot of us carrying that kind of, we're all carrying these kinds of wounds. And so, so then I want to come back here. A person feels out in the cold. There's a commitment that they've been keeping, but it looks like it's not making them happy. They're not satisfied with the commitment to this relationship. They're crying all the time. That's what the Five of Pentacles is. Or the Five of Cups, I'm sorry. The Five of Cups is the River of Tears. In other cards, that's how in other decks, like the Rider-Waite-Smith, you see the person cloaked in black standing along the river crying. They've got 3 cups spilled, but they still have 2 cups that are standing upright. And then Six of Pentacles, this is the card of giving and receiving. In Rider-Waite-Smith, this is the man who's, the wealthy man who is giving to the beggars on the street. He's got a scale. He's giving money in one hand, he's got a scale in the other, like he's weighing out what these people are worth. Or he's, I don't know, trying to balance what he's giving. So what are you giving? Who are you giving it to? In what spirit are you giving it? Are people getting what they deserve? Are you getting what deserve? If you're the person who sees yourself as always being the giver, are you getting what you want out of the relationship? It looks to me like there's a commitment here that makes somebody sad, and maybe they're not getting what they want out of it. Maybe they feel like they're giving all the time, but they're not getting what they want. Maybe they feel like, oh, I just got so very little. I just get so very little from my mother, and I always have. Or what I got from her was not what I wanted. I wanted tenderness and kindness, but what I got was, the stern person who told you their version of the truth of things, and it broke your heart. So I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away from this commitment. And here's 2 8s. So I get 2 8s. 88. 88. Change. 88. Hard work. Here's the card of work. 8 of Pentacles. I'm going to walk away. And I am going to work on my own long-term health and happiness. I am going to follow my own star. And maybe this person is showing up to give me a gift, but I'm not home. I'm not home. You want to see that closer? You see he's got flowers he's going to give. This is the Knight of Cups. He's the romancer. He looks like a romancer, doesn't he? But in this reading, the way he comes up, I'm seeing him as a person who shows up to give you a gift, but you're not home. So they're going to leave it on a blanket outside your door. Maybe they're going to wait a minute to see if you come back, but you probably won't. So they're going to go off like this. They're going to leave your gift at the door and go off like this. Oh, boy. And I think we all go through this. When I look at this, I think, I don't know, did I already say this? I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. But it's like, I don't even know what generation I'm looking at. Am I looking at my feelings for my own mother? Am I looking at, am I getting a glimpse maybe of what my kids think of me? Here's what's at the bottom of the deck of the clarifying cards. It's another 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is here twice now. One says host, and one says clarifier. And I have to tell you, that little girl in that picture is a dead ringer for one of my daughters. But what is, somebody wants to give her a gift, but she doesn't want it. She's making an evaluation. You're making an evaluation of her childhood. She feels robbed of something. She feels robbed of a family life. A healthy family life. Oh. And it hurts her. Well, she's going to have to go away. Another Knight of Pentacles can mean a lot of things, but you know what? In this reading, after all these cards, I see this as somebody who's going away with a broken heart. And they're going to have to take care of themselves. They're going to have to take care of themselves. Their mother is not getting what they need from their mother. They're walking away. And finally, I come back to where I started with the Ace of Pentacles. Didn't I start with the Ace of Pentacles? Is it a representation of gift giving? Maybe the gift giving that you're getting is, here's what we can tell you. The gift is the information you're going to get. Moderation, temperance, Sagittarius. Same card as, where did it go? I pulled it up, but I must have not put it down in the same order. Temperance was it. I showed it to you early in the reading. I'm just trying to demonstrate that. We made a full circle back around again. Moderation. We're going to moderate our interactions and our relationships. I think this is, gosh, I know a couple different people right now who are really struggling with their relationships with their children. And these are children who have now become adults, and they look back over their childhood and they feel like, oh boy, we just didn't get what we need, and I think we go through a time in our development when we really do blame our parents. Or we look back on our childhoods with sadness and we feel like, oh, I think that's universal. I think we all do that. And what is my advice about that? I think as a parent, you have to let those children go. If they want to go, it's going to hurt you. Yes, there's sorrow there. Here's sorrow. But if a person needs to go and soul search inside themselves, you need to let them do it. Especially if they're your adult children, you just have to trust that they're wise enough to come to their own conclusions. Trust them. If you're an adult, especially if you're a 60-year-old adult and you're still feeling sad about your own childhood, I think we all do. I think that stuff comes up every now and then. It's like a super rating sore, it's like a something that has to drain off every now and then, or like a herpes virus that goes dormant and lives in your bones or something, and every now and then something triggers it, and then it gets up and raises hell with you. There's no cure for it. It's just something we have to keep going over. And here's my message for the day. We're all doing our best to do our best. And we're all conscious. We're not perfect, but we are conscious. And I believe in my heart that the majority of us are trying to evolve. We're trying to, what can you do in your life? Yes, we all have regrets. Yes, there's all places, we all can come up with places where we feel like we just didn't do good enough. We should have done something different, something better, or we did too much of something, or whatever. The only thing you can do with stuff like that is, if it really bothers you, then change it. Make a commitment to change it, and then do change it. And that doesn't mean that the pain isn't going to come up and hurt you. So yes, it is. But you can answer that pain with saying, and I changed it. And I saw a place where I wanted to make a change, and I changed it. That doesn't mean that you will never again hurt. But you've done the best you could. And that's my message for today. And I think, somebody will hear this who needs to hear it. And I hope that it helps you. All right. Love you all. Thanks a lot. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.